Good morning, folks, and happy Friday. Welcome to episode, I believe, 17, maybe 16, 17 of Riding to Work with Coach Rob. Today, I want to talk about Teachable. So if you watch our videos from way back, you've learned that our core values at F13 are based off the word grit, an acronym. And it's grateful, relentless, intentional, and teachable. Teachable is one that we struggle with finding. For the letter T, there are a lot out there. Tenacity and just a ton of different T words. But we landed on teachable because to be the best you can as an individual, coach, leader, parent, person, you need to be teachable. You need to learn different points of views. You need to constantly educate yourself on new approaches and new things around you. And everybody can be a teacher, not just, professors, not just parents, not just coaches. You can learn something from everybody. All right, because we've all gone through different things. So recently, we announced our competitive brand with Cody Loeffler, Athlete Standard, which is going great. We had a absolutely phenomenal showing at Wadapalooza this past weekend. We had a first, a third, a fourth, and I believe a ninth in different divisions, ranging from elite to scaled. So just great weekend, absolutely great weekend. And a CrossFit gym owner, got a little upset when one of his athletes wanted to switch to Athlete Standard and get workouts made for them. They decided that following templated programming and class workouts, we're not going to get them to their goals. Very respectable and mature decision on their part. I'm sure it was a difficult choice and a difficult conversation with the gym owner when they said, hey, we're leaving. Now, this specific gym, I believe, has 3 different templates going on under one roof, so this owner doesn't program at all. And they're very, very, very CrossFit mentality, CrossFit heavy, like level 3, leads CrossFit. Nothing wrong with that. CrossFit educational process is great. You learn a lot in a short amount of time. I haven't taken it. I heard the level 3 test is very difficult. Probably similar to taking a personal trainer's exam, which I have taken. Where to sit down, it's just a long bubble sheet test, multiple choice, a lot of memorization, which is tough. Anybody that gets that, I give you credit. That's hard to do. But educating yourself from only one methodology, one train of thought, is really limiting yourself as a coach, leader, teacher. You need to be able to educate yourself from various methodologies and various trains of thought, so you can decide for you what you think is best. This is not just for fitness coaching. This is for everything. I think in politics, which is a hot button right now, red and blue is just fighting. And people go so gung-ho on one way of thinking, they don't actually ever listen or learn the other way of thinking. Even if it's wrong, even if you think it don't agree with it, it doesn't hurt to understand it. You might have better conversations with people if you understand multiple points of view. I know, crazy thought, right? So be teachable. Constantly educate yourself. If you only learn one direction or one way or one methodology, you're really really limiting what you can offer to the people around you. Simple example is this coach said that CrossFit is individualized. Now, there's a couple of coaches that said that. This is the CrossFit's way of approaching and saying that our stuff is individualized and group class is fine, and even though it's in a group, it's still individualized. Okay, so first red flag there is if you're in a group, it's not individualized, you're following group. Same thing as if you're doing the same thing as other people, it's not individualized, it's made for masses. Okay, common sense tells you that. The second part is scaling things makes it individualized. Okay, so second red flag here. If something is individualized or made for the person that's doing it, it doesn't need to be scaled. They just do what's made for them. Right? Common sense would tell us so. So, now, if this coach, obviously, he runs a great business, Jim's awesome, but a little one-dimensional in his educational process. It's okay. No fault of his. It's what the business is. It's all right. But think about what you say before you say it. All right? So if this coach would have maybe branched out a little bit and might not have needed other certifications because they're expensive and they're time-consuming, maybe read a little bit, understood different approaches and different methodologies, he might have been like, if it's done by the masses, it's not individual. Oh, that makes sense. Or if I have to scale it, it's not individualized because individualized stuff doesn't need to be changed because it's already made with that person in mind. Okay? So, this T, being teachable, being open to new ideas and new points of view at education, is paramount in your growth as an individual and as a person. Not just in fitness. I know I'm talking about fitness because that's what I do. That's why I talk about it. It's what I coach. It's what I teach. It's what I believe. My profession. But this goes along with everything else. If you disagree with somebody, maybe listen to their point of view. Ask them, oh, really? I don't agree with that, but why? Where'd you get that idea from? Why do you think that way? And I'm sure the person will have an answer for you and let you know why they think something is a certain way. They've probably had a life experience. They've been taught under a certain umbrella. It could be a lot of different things. All right? But maybe talk, listen, learn, and educate yourself. So be teachable, folks. Don't be short-sighted in anything. All right? Learn multiple angles. Learn from multiple sources. And then you can make an educated decision at what you think is best. So thank you for listening to my rant on this Friday morning on my way to work. You have a phenomenal Friday, even better weekend. And just so you know, it's a week 2 of playoffs. The Niners play the Cowboys. The Eagles play the Giants. Should be 2 good games. And go Niners.